What gave you a culture shock?
I don't think I could say this on camera.
Shop objects every day.
The lack of trash cans.
Respect each one's space.
Art is, let's say, extreme.
It looks amazing.
I've seen so many crazy things in my life.
Hey guys and girls on Ask Japanese, it's your flashy fashion reporter Kathy Kat, and today in cosplay, because we're gonna go and interview the cosplayers at EVO Japan, what their culture shock was. So let's go and ask foreigners in Japan. What gave you a culture shock?
The first time I came to Japan is visit like a band live Gazetto, because it's first time, so I cannot speak Japanese and I don't know how to take the traffic. And people here is very nice that they taught me how to go there.
People were showing you what to do.
Yes. They won't reject your questions and giving their help. It's very nice. Yeah.
Anything that gave you the culture shock?
I was at Comic Cat, so some of the art is, let's say, extreme.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't realize that it was such out in the open. So that kind of gave me a culture like, oh, well, there's no current like behind. Like, oh, here it is, it's just there.
Was it like art books, or what kind of art was it?
Comic Cat is creator-owned books, so they made their own books of illustrations they do, or like, let's say, a poster or stuff. So it was their own booth that I just walked past, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, this is different.
Wow, nothing censored?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay. That is a surprise for sure.
I was expecting like maybe here's the adult section of that type of art, and here's like, normal thing you take your family and friends to. So there was no device. Like I was walking, yeah.
Family, friends, and everyone apparently. Oh my God.
When you came here, what gave you the culture shock?
Shop objects every day, every night.
Oh.
To take some food at 3 a.m. So can do that.
You can't?
So like in 3 a.m., 4 a.m., all are closed. Very so. And in Japan, you have some 7-Eleven open every time. So it's so cool.
Open all the time, every time.
Yeah.
So one thing that's I actually quite like it is all the construction workers and roadworks and all that sort of stuff. They all have like uniforms and have lights on them and light up vests and stuff, and it looks amazing. Whereas like back home, it's just like dudes in like maybe a high visibility jacket that's an orange vest or just construction gear.
Wait.
It's like a uniform.
Japanese construction workers look amazing.
Yes. Yeah, and just like the roadways, they're just like guiding you around everywhere. There's someone making sure that like you don't walk into the area or get hit by anything. They're just pausing you. Okay, now it's okay to go. Just very organized. And you have cool movements. And there was one sign that had like a little dude that was just like, it was a cardboard sign. His arm was just going like this, telling you to like go that way. I don't know. Stuff like that was really cool.
What gave you a culture shock?
Мне очень нравится, что метро, что там люди, не как в Москве, они шумят, там тихо, чисто, красиво, и прям едешь, наслаждаешься.
Okay. She likes a lot of the trains itself, how people are calm, respect each one's space, not loud, and everything related to trains.
Train fun?
Я люблю путешествовать просто.
She likes traveling a lot, so I think maybe not a big fan like a Japanese fan, like train otaku.
Yeah, I'm surprised at the fact that there are many musicians who play on the streets. Some of them, they don't come with instruments, they come with their iPhone and they play the track on the iPhone or any other kind of phone, and they play on the speakers. And it feels like karaoke. As a musician, I was surprised because in my country, or even in Europe, in the West, it's considered as something cheesy to just play with background music like that. You need to come with your real instruments. Or if you play electronic music, you need to play with keyboards and machines in a live show, in a club or in a concert hall.
What's your culture shock?
Definitely the lack of trash cans. That you have to pack your own trash with you, and like make sure that you have a bag with you to take your trash, because you're not going to find a trash can for a while.
Yep.
And that's hard to get used to, because in America we have trash cans everywhere.
So are you currently carrying your trash somewhere?
Right now I have no trash, but I have a bag in my bag ready to carry trash, just in case.
You brought a trash bag for you to then enter the trash into.
Yeah.
私は8年前は留学しました。初めて日本で来て、そして留学する。その住所は自分のうちの住所は探すことは探さないで、そして警察は住所に連れてあげて、そして荷物も持ってあげました。そして即だった。そう。 とてもいい警察に間。
日本の警察めっちゃ優しい。What's your culture shock?
For conventions like that's attended by 500,000 people over there, like the lines were very organized. Like you don't have to wait like about like an hour or two in line just to get to the convention itself. Like, I mean, that's something that like our conventions in America should really start rethinking a lot. You know, I mean, definitely.
So you were impressed by how quickly how good the line management was?
Line organization, line management, everything.
Cosplay in America, you get changed at your hotel and then you walk to like the convention or you drive there. In Japan, you don't do that here. You change at the venue. That's not a thing in America. And that was hard to get used to the first time I came over for EVO Japan last year. And they're like, oh no, like you get changed there in the changing room. And I was like, oh, okay, like that's very different.
Yeah, good point. You're supposed to actually come on site and then get changed in the changing rooms, but the lines on the changing rooms can be quite long.
Yeah, sometimes the lines are pretty long, and then everybody's on the floor doing their makeup. Everybody's trying to be pretty. But it's nice that everybody can get together and then change, and like it's not a problem.
Anything that kind of surprised you, like any items you've seen, or any like, what is that? Kind of moments. A lot of people, for example, say maybe the toilets or
Yes, the toilet. Yes, it's warm. It's very warm. The toilet shocked me because the toilet at your home is so clean and comfortable, and it's very nice and like it's very shocking.
One thing that still surprises me, and that's an office culture thing that I don't think 50% of the people who work in offices in Japan who are foreigners know, so this is actually a very minority who knows this fact, but after every lunch break or even just snacks, it seems all the women cluster in the washroom and start brushing their teeth together. It's a communal thing. They got together, they have a chat, so instead of people heading out to have a smoke, after any kind of food, everyone seems to go and gather in the toilet, and they all have their own toothbrush set with them, and some offices even have like places where you can store them, or they store them somewhere around the sink and leave them there. So everyone has their own set of toothbrush to take with them. I mean, that sounds super cleansy, and that brings us back to how hygiene is so super important in Japan. And that's why a lot of you guys need to look out if you want to date a Japanese girl, that your hygiene level is like a top-notch, like seriously, shower every day, that kind of stuff. You need to be super cleansy. If you actually want to find out a little bit more about that and culture shocks that have been experienced in Japan, this is the link, so click to the link next. And thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you soon with another video here on Ash Japanese. Bye, thanks for hanging.